Hi, this is Ms. Belchi. Welcome to A Year in the Life of a Master Teacher. Here with me, Ms. Ruby Ramirez, the principal at STAG in Pleasant Grove. So I would like to introduce you.
Hello, I'm very excited to be a part of A Day in the Life of a Master Teacher with Ms. Jennifer Belchi.
Some projects that I would like to mention for this year is, this year I'm really working hard to get my students compete in TMSCA competitions and UIL competitions, and so far we got in the top 10 positions, in the 7 positions in the top 10, so I'm really proud of the work that my students are doing. Also, in regards of the common assessments, so far for the first 6 weeks and the second 6 weeks common assessment, we came out being the top number 1 of all the schools, including magnet schools. And so I'm really proud of the work that they're doing. There's some more projects and things that I want to achieve because we're not yet at 100% mastery, so that's a project that I'm really working with my students on.
Overall, with all of our teachers, especially with Ms. Belchi, she is incredibly motivational with her students. So one of the things I've learned about Ms. Belchi very quickly is that she herself really desires that motivation from administrators, keeping her encouraged and ensuring that she receives the autonomy and the trust that a master teacher really absolutely deserves. Also, something else that we very much are about on our campus, and not just with Ms. Belchi, just across the board, is we have a lot of data-driven instruction. Everything that we do is purposeful, and we have frequent weekly discussions about where our students are, why they may or may not be where they need to be, and making plans of action to make sure that we're addressing them. And she is methodical about what she does every day in the classroom, and she always has follow-through. So we're able to see the success every time we come back.
So I really value the data-driven instructions and the data conversations that we have every week. That drives my instruction every single week. So I use that data to make sure that I put the students in small group, like I use manipulatives or do whatever I need to do in order to increase my data. So I really use those discussions that we have every week to make sure that I increase my students' scores. So something that I'm really surprised and excited about is that the work that my students are doing. I came to this school because I really believed in this project. It's a talented and gifted school in Pleasant Grove. There's never been one before in here. We get to write the history of this school, and seeing what my students are doing already, seeing that they're competing against the best schools in Texas and they're still getting number 1, they're scoring number 1, that makes me so proud of them. And that makes me so excited to come to this school and to be part of this project. So this year I'm not applying to DTR because I'm gonna carry over my points since I'm already at a master level. I wanted to take the time and start doing more projects and getting into more things so I can put that into my application for next year. Well, one of my biggest projects this year is this project, being here, being part of this year in the life. Makes me so proud, and that's something I want to use for future applications. Also, I applied for a grant for Junior League, and I got all the money and the supplies and the manipulatives, so I'm excited to work in incentives in my classroom. I'm also very excited to compete in math competitions, and I want to make sure I put this school in the map, make sure that everybody knows that we're doing good things in here, we're making history, we're getting the top 10 positions.
So something that we did on our campus here, and Ms. Belchi being a TEI expert, along with another teacher on our campus, we held DTR application parties. And so we had 3 different sessions that we did, and we went through the rubric to make sure everybody fully understood what it truly means to be a DTR teacher and what it's going to take to organize our application and collect appropriate artifacts. And so, although Ms. Belchi did not go through the application, she was a part of every meeting, and she was able to facilitate the information to the other DTR applicants, and we had support sessions for each other, helping each other stay organized and really motivating, because it can be incredibly stressful, because our DTR teachers and those that are applying really have a lot on their plate as it is. And so there's a lot that is writing on applications, and really, again, just like what she does in the classroom for her students and the way that I support her, we all support each other of keeping each other highly motivated and making sure that anything that we need to collect for each other, or maybe review for each other, or brainstorm, Just really put it out there and do it together, just a true collaboration.
This year has been a really busy year, like it's always been. I don't think I can help being that way. I like to get the best out of my students. I like to get the best out of my class. So something that I'm doing to take care of myself is make sure I maximize my time. I'm gonna be here in the school, and I'm gonna create my lesson plans. They're gonna be purposeful and well planned, but I'm gonna make sure I don't waste any time. I get everything done before I go home. So whenever I go home, I get to enjoy my family. So that's something I'm really doing to take care of myself.
I think it's very important to always over-communicate any deadlines that are coming up and making sure that we have a clear set calendar of things that are deliverables. Another very important thing is, when we have our faculty meetings or when we have our professional developments or our PLCs, we always start with trying to make lemonade and then also giving each other reminders on what needs to get handled and taken care of. My teachers know, and they hear directly from me, that it's very important to take care of yourself first. It's always important for us to know we have to put the oxygen mask on first before we can help someone else. And that's the same thing that teachers are doing in the classroom. If they are not taking care of themselves and making sure that they're prioritizing their time, prioritizing their tasks, so that they can go home and be with their family over the weekend. It's very, very important. So they will always hear that message from me, and I will always support them in that. And as long as we are doing what we have to do and planning accordingly, then I think it's very possible to be able to have that work-balance life.
So something that I have planned for the Thanksgiving break is my family is going on a road trip. We're going to LA, and we're gonna go on Route 66. It's something I'm always been very excited about. I need this time to really enjoy time with my family, to really refresh, re-energize, and come back ready to the last few days before the ACP to give it all and to make sure that my students are ready for the ACP.